Hello, my name is Michael Evans, and this is Cars and Boards. So, I backed Star Realms Frontiers, the recent Kickstarter. So I backed it at Get Everything level, which means I got the game, the Kickstarter promos, all the other promos, through various, like the command decks. So basically everything that they had for the Kickstarter. So we're gonna start with opening the main box, Star Realms Frontiers. Now I didn't get the add-ons, which is basically was the big box and the game mats. So it's got all the awards. It's got these nice brews so you can hold on to open it up. So this is a Star Realms Frontiers. Unlike the Star Realms and Star Realms Colony Wars, this is a 4-player game right out the box. You got the rule book. It's actually a rule book, which rather than fold-out ones. What are these? I can't remember what these are for. I can't remember what these are for. So I'm gonna have to be going through the rules again. They've added a few new things to this from the old games. Like there's some cross basically like there's cards that have the two factions is the word I'm looking for. Cross factions. God, it shouldn't have been that hard to remember factions. They kept the awful cards for scoring. Yay. The rest of these are just regular cards, I think. Some of the cards they have. Scout ships are your beginning cards, and explorers are your beginning cards, and Vipers are your beginning cards. So a lot of those are beginning cards. I do like the art on their cards. The art in the game is pretty cool. Much more fictiony science fiction rather than hard science fiction, which is nice. Although, you know, get some hard science fiction isn't bad. Like Terraforming Mars isn't bad if you play it right, I suppose. But like I say, the art in this is awesome. giant pyramid. So I can see there's an eye in it. So yeah, so like say you got a lot of the star bases, and star bases stay out. You have the 5 different factions. The I can't remember what's the faction they're called. I know the red ones are the Robot Cult, and the green ones are the Blobs. The blue ones, the Trade Federation. Yellow ones are some sort of weird sun cultists or something. I can't remember what they're called. I can't remember off the top of my head. The thing I remember, the most important thing to remember is my wife always beats me at this. So you got the ones that, so if you play one of this is a Trade Federation. If you play one of the Trade Federation, you get that. If you have 2 other Trade Federations, you get this as well. On top of this, which you always get. And if you have a base out, it counts as a space base out. It counts as a, like say if I had, where was the last? If I had another base out, it would count as that one being played already. So this counts as, so this is for another one other than this. But if you had another space base out, so you'd always, and this one out, you'd always have this going off. And you have, if you had 2 other of the Trade Federations already out, you'd always have this going off. Space, here's another base. So you had that out, and if you had that out and this out, you'd always be getting that. If you had both of these out and that out, you'd always be getting this. I think the cross-faction ones are actually the Kickstarter exclusive ones. I can't remember off the top of my head. I remember I got the first Star Realms from a Game of the Month club thing, a Game of the Month box subscription thing. I loved it, so I went and got the I got the Colony Wars from that. So I went out and I got the base game, the first game. I don't have any of the other expansion things like the Gambits or anything like that. Probably not going to. Like I say, the only reason I got all of this stuff was because it was an extra $10, maybe $20. I don't know, but basically it was pretty cheap to get all. It was cheaper to get all of this as that one pledge. So I decided to go for it. And like I say, this is to thank you for being a backer. So I think these are the Kickstarter exclusive ones. Oh, I got one. I got a. I could have got the big box, which would have held everything, and more. Sort of like the big geeky box from Smash Up. I decided not to. I think it had a couple extra cards in it, but I still decided not to because I think it was like $15 or $20 for the box. I'm like, I don't think I need that. It's one of those things where if I got everything, if like say anything Star Realms, I probably, I might pick it up. I might have picked it up, but I like Star Realms well enough. But I've only got, other than this stuff I got with Kickstarter, it's the only time I got anything other than the base games. So I got one of those long collectible card game boxes. I'm going to probably use to hold all my Star Realm stuff. Which I imagine will work just as well. Oh, this one is... Wow. Oh, it's an event. I don't remember how events work, and I've never had events. Events is something new, or something that's not from the base games. So I don't know how event works. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Here are some of the promos. I'm surprised I don't have all the promos sort of put together, but maybe it's because they were, I don't know if it's all, it might be different promo sets from different things too. I'm not entirely sure. Because it seems to be going like one into the other into the other. I would have thought it'd be easier just to package them all together. But then again, I don't work with logistics in game assembly plant, so this may make the most sense. I think these were all the Kickstarter. I think that pile was all that pile was all the extra from Kickstarter. These were promos. These ones are all things you'll be able to get afterwards, except for one. One of them is Kickstarter exclusive, and I think it's the Lost Fleet, but I can't remember. I know at least one of these are Kickstarter exclusive. I think the command deck gives you special starter decks you can play, so that way you're basically playing as a character. Sort of like Hero Realms they've had packs, so it lets you, rather than play the generic starting hand, you get to play a character, which gives you different starting hand from everybody else. It makes you a bit more unique at the beginning, which is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to giving that a shot. This one has the promo. It has the advertisement in it. So this is probably, so yeah, I think it was the Lost Colonies that were the Kickstarter exclusive ones. That was not one of the command decks. That was something different. So that's why I didn't have. That's why it wasn't starting cards. This one you have. So I'm looking forward to going through the rules for this and finding out how exactly this works. So you have your own unique, if you don't start out with this unique starter decks, that changes the game without adding a whole lot to it, a whole lot of learning to it. It's just, okay, you're unique, and this gives you special powers, but you know, there's not a lot of new rules to learn. It's always a bonus. It looks like you get like 2 or 3 unique cards and a handful of, and a bunch of normal starting cards. And they seem to be, like say, they combine different, couple of factions to make it. So these are what you sort of want to concentrate on, although you don't have to necessarily go for that, just like a normal game. I think that's just extra rules you can use. I'm not really sure. Like I say, have to go through and find out for sure. This needs to be one that goes into the main deck, but does it have the cost on it? The rest of them do not. So I think those are your starting deck for that character. So this looks like it could make the game much more interesting. And like I said, I like the base. I really enjoy the base game, anyways. And my wife's like beating me at it, so this should make it a bit more fun. So these ones seem to be just the cards that they stay out. You get them at the very beginning, I'm assuming. Like I said, I don't know anything for sure, but I'm assuming that's how it works. I've never actually played Hero Realms, let alone the Hero Realms with the character packs. Because you can get base Hero Realms, and it's just like Star Realms, only fantasy. And as much as I like deck building, and as much as I like fantasy, I've never really bothered getting the Hero Realms, because other than the character packs, it's pretty much the same game. And I never really found anywhere locally that I could get the character packs for Hero Realms. So I figured, well, oh well. But I really did want to try it with the character packs, and then I found, like I say, when the kickstarting this, I found out they were doing the same sort of thing with Star Realms. I'm like, I'll just do that instead. Since I kind of like the scene, this base exploration scene, especially with the way the factions work out in this game. I like that a little better than I like their basic generic fantasy. But that is what you get. That is what I got with the Star Realms Frontier Kickstarter. So that's the Star Realms Frontiers promos and the Kickstarter exclusive stuff, and then the command decks. So if you like what you've seen, please like, subscribe, and comment. I love getting comments. Other than that, thank you for watching. This has been Cards and Boards, and have a good evening.